Hey guys, I'm back with another reaction and analysis video, and we'll be continuing ELISII versus BR. So we have the final rounds, ELISII round 3 and BR round 4. Now if you haven't watched the first rounds, I recommend watching the original videos from SwissBeatbox. Now if you want my opinion, I think BR is leading, but just by a few, like very small margin, and it's very close. I almost went for an OT, but I think BR was leading because of some of the, if you want my details, you can just watch my reaction if you want. But today we have the final rounds, and this is very exciting. It's very exciting because of how close the first rounds were, so I cannot just, I cannot wait. Let's go. We'll begin with ELISII round 3.
Welcome to round 3 of the fourth quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have ELISII versus BR. Up next is ELISII. With 90 seconds on the clock, I say the 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, Beatbox.
Like the details in the beginning. He's going hard. This is a wild card, right? BB wild card. Flow is insane. Okay, that is
time.
Oh, that was way better than his round 1. Way better. Oh damn, that was really good. ELISII, really good. So I'll be watching BR's round now. That was really sick from ELISII. BR's gonna have to come back strong, really strong. So this is getting really interesting. I cannot wait. It's curiosity, dude. Let's go.
Welcome to round 4 of the fourth quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have ELISII versus BR.
Keep remembering what ELISII did.
Is BR. With 90
anyway, I'll be watching
clock,
these rounds
I say
again.
The 3 and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, Beatbox.
Put your hand where your heart is. 24/7 stand tall and need your target. Play a game and put your hand where your heart is. 24/7 stand tall and need your target. Stand tall and need you.
That's it.
Stand tall and need your jogging.
Countering.
Time.
Hey, he's basically countering at the end. Alright. Both of their rounds much way better than their first rounds. Oh, this is gonna be hard again, dude. Oh, this is gonna be hard. So I'll be rewatching these and probably gonna take a few minutes. This is really hard, so I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I am back. This was very close. My decision is final and it's not an OT. I do have a winner in my mind. Let's just analyze each round and then I'll just give my opinion of who I think is winning. Alright, the round of ELISII, the details were insane. Like how he started it, how he ended it. It was structurally almost perfect. The transitions were awesome. He's very clean as well. Not as powerful as BArt, not as, I guess you can say, musical as BArt this round. I mean, comparison of these two rounds, but it was like, you know, there were so much other aspects of this, just so much other things that you have to consider: the flow, the clarity, technicality. ELISII may not sound as powerful as BArt, but he was indeed aggressive with his beats. I really loved ELISII's beginning intro beat, that there are so many small details that he added in. It's just so sick. And also the transition in this part is just insane. Like we've all heard of his wildcard already, but there are some, you know, there's a bit of tweak here, and actually this, I prefer this much more, this small tweak. I don't know if you notice it. It's just amazing how he tweaks it and still stays on flow, especially the ending parts of his beat, how he plays with flow, and also the last like 10 to 7 seconds. That beat is insane. That was unexpected. That was unexpected ending, but you know, it really adds to the overall flavor he built up, and it just, you know, adds more. It was a great ending. As for BArt's round, I feel like his build up in this first round, it was like a bit too long, but it was still fine. It wasn't that long. But in the second round, he does the same, which kind of, you know, takes away that the uniqueness, the variety he presents, because the build-ups from his second round and the first round kind of similar. Like there was house elements, and he kind of, you know, he adds new sounds to it, but it sounds like, you know, structurally the same. Although he did drop drum and bass, and here he dropped something else, but the build-up, structurally speaking, it sounds kind of similar, which is actually not, you know, big issue, just pointing it out, because the rest of his round was actually really sick. It was also really way much better than his first round. And also, speaking of power, I think BArt's energy and power was way more in this, and that's why I think he's gonna take a lot of points because of that. You know, his energy and power in his beats, the drop where he does this duck sound with his bass. Actually, that was a really sick drop and very powerful as well. I actually felt it. I was vibing with it. Now, as for the counter at the end, it's a really good battle tactic. Like, considering at this type of format, you have ample of time to think of a counter because you already watched the video, which is, I think, one of the biggest advantage you have of going second. You watch a video, you know exactly what to do because you have a lot of time to think about it. Now, keeping that in mind, I don't really like the transition he had from his beat to the counter, because I think that if you're gonna counter, the transition should be there. Like, there are some beatboxers who counter in the beginning or counter in the middle, some counter at the end, but if they don't have like proper transition between those counters, I don't know, it feels incomplete. It may be a really good counter, but if there's no like transition in between that counter and your beat, somehow that is actually hard to do. But here, I think you can transition from his original beat to a counter. He didn't do it that well. As for the counter itself, I think he did a really good job of also playing with the flow. The beat itself was actually really catchy, so it was a good counter. It's just a transition wasn't. I didn't really like it, and the reason I didn't like the transition is that it wasn't smooth. Like, not saying that he wasn't out of flow or he lost like tempo. It's just it wasn't smooth. He didn't really place like that elements of his original beat to his later transitioned counter. Because I think if you're gonna counter, at least in the transition, you're gonna have to make it smooth, really smooth. Like, you can actually see the curve, like going from your beat smoothly going to that counter, if you know what I mean. Now, after giving it a thought and my awesome calculations, I believe, for me, I'm gonna give it to ELISII. He just presented a lot more variety. He did not waste any time. Like, he used all of the 90 seconds he had, gave it his all, and that's why I'm gonna, I think he wins here. If only BArt used his like 90 seconds to give it his all, and not like, it was still good. Like, it wasn't bad, but compared to ELISII just went full hard. And there are other factors as well: flow, structure, technicality. That's why in my opinion I think ELISII takes this one. I'm curious about judges' criteria for this specific battle. Are they gonna judge this according to, like, depending on how a beatboxer will sound on stage? So that's basically it for this reaction and my opinion, guys. Thank you for watching. This was very close. One of my favorite battles. This I like close battles. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching again, and yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And I'll end this video with some ASMR. I have here electronic devices book, electronic devices and circuit theory by Robert L. Boylston. I'm an electronics engineering student, so it's actually a really great book for basics in electronic devices. So if you're an electronics student, I recommend getting this book. It's really good. It's quite lengthy and covers a lot of details, and it will help you a lot. So yeah, thank you for watching.
You know what's coming? It's nothing really wicked.